Don't forget guys, I'm doing a lightsaber giveaway where you have 2 chances to win a lightsaber from Ultra Saber. Just make sure to follow the link at the top of the screen or in the description below for more information.
3, 2, 1.
What's up, my Net Soldiers? I am the Net Alliance, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 lightsaber fights from the Star Wars movies. But before I begin, I just want to state, each one of these fights are good in their own way. However, this is a list just about my pure opinion. So let me know your top fights in the comments below. Also, I am only counting the fights from the theatrical films, so fights from the Clone Wars or Rebels TV shows will not be counted. That list is for another time. But without further ado, let's begin. At number 10, Dooku vs Anakin from the Clone Wars movie. Now, I wasn't going to include this originally, but considering the Clone Wars movie was released in theaters, I decided to throw it in. Now, this fight isn't particularly special, but it does show just how far Anakin has come since the last time he fought Dooku in Attack of the Clones, where he actually does a pretty good job holding Dooku off, which is no easy feat. At number 9, I have Kylo Ren vs Rey in Episode 7. This fight is pretty okay. There really isn't anything special about it besides the fact they cut down a tree. That was pretty cool. But it is better than the Attack of the Clones fight, or at least that's how I feel. But it definitely doesn't stand a chance against some of the fights that came before it. At number 8, we have Palpatine vs Mace Windu Episode 3. Honestly, this fight may be brief, but for some reason I really enjoy it. Perhaps the fact we finally got to see Palpatine in action. Maybe it's because Mace holds his own against the Sith Lord. Whatever the case, this fight is short but sweet. Kind of like Big Pipe 24. He'll like that joke. At number 7, we have Ben Kenobi vs Darth Vader Episode 4. This fight is legendary for it was the very first lightsaber fight we ever had, and it deserves respect. However, it is slow and overall boring. Now, before you get your pitchforks out, I acknowledge that it's not supposed to be flashy. The true fight is the emotion, not the sabers. I get that. But for me, this fight just doesn't hold up against the sequel films, which is okay. Sequels are supposed to improve upon the original, so that's okay. So for that, I give it number 7. At number 6, I have Anakin and ObiWan vs Dooku Episode 3. I really like this fight for near the same reason why I like the Clone Wars duel. This fight shows just how far Anakin has come as a Jedi and a warrior. And although Dooku wasn't supposed to kill Anakin, in the novel, it explains that Anakin eventually does outdo the Count and kills him. It's a very fun fight and a very intense scene. Oh, and how could I forget the do it. At number 5, I have Yoda vs Palpatine Episode 3. This fight is literally the personification of light versus the dark. The strongest of the Jedi versus the strongest of the Sith. A fight we have all debated for years. And in the end, due to the circumstances, Yoda was technically defeated, but it was still an epic clash. At number 4, I have Luke vs Darth Vader Episode 5. This fight had action, emotion, and drama. I'm sure it's considered the best fight by many Star Wars fans, and it's really good, so I understand that whole argument. It pushed the limits of the lightsaber duel altogether, showing the world where the lightsaber fight could truly go after Episode 4. Plus, who could forget the iconic but most misquoted line in movie history? No, I am your father. Yep, that's right, he doesn't say Luke. A lot of people don't know that, but it's true. Look it up. At number 3, I have Luke vs Darth Vader Episode 6. Now, where Episode 5's fight definitely scratched the surface, Episode 6 kicked it up even further, as a far more experienced Luke takes on his father one final time. And in the end, although Luke technically defeated Vader, he chose to spare him, which led to the Emperor getting angry and electrocuting Luke, which in turn caused Vader to sacrifice himself, putting an end to the Sith once and for all. At number 2, I have ObiWan and Qui-gon vs Maul Episode 1. Now, this fight took everything great from the previous lightsaber fights we've seen in all the films and cranked that bad boy up to 11. The emotion, the choreography, and the amazing score come together to make an awesome fight. Plus, depending on how you feel about the Phantom Menace, this scene is definitely one of the few highlights of the film. And at number 1, I'm sure you all saw this coming, Anakin vs Obi-Wan Episode 3. To me, this fight has it all. Emotion, choreography, stakes, it even has a Tarzan scene. And although I acknowledge the fight didn't have to last as long as it did, plus I guess the Tarzan swinging thing didn't have to be in there either, it is still the gold standard for a lightsaber fight. A standard I hope The Last Jedi tries to at least reach, if not even beat. But it's hard to imagine two foes on par with Anakin and Obi-Wan to return. But who knows, perhaps Kylo and Rey will meet those levels of power eventually. I guess time will tell. But this is my top 10 lightsaber fights in all of the movies. What is your top 10 fights? Let me know in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.